Welcome back to another video of myofunctional appliance, twin block. Twin block is a myofunctional appliance given in class 2 patient if there is mandibular deficiency. It can be active and passive. Active when has an expansion screw for the expansion of palate, and it is passive appliance too. So it has actually two inclined bite planes. I'll explain you the basic idea on how this actually do or what it actually does. These inclined planes are given in maxilla and mandible. The patient is forced to bite forward. As the patient is made to bite in forward direction because of these inclined planes, whenever there are any disturbances in TMJ or in teeth, whenever there is malocclusion, there are these proprioceptive fibers in the PDL. They are like mini brains of our jaws. Any movement, any discrepancy is immediately noted by them and the signals are taken to the brain. This is proprioception, which is present in the PDL. So this signals the muscles of mastication that something is wrong. Our occlusion has changed. We have to do something about it. So then these muscles of mastication, they contract and they actually assume a forward position. Eventually, muscles of mastication, they assume this forward position. In class 2 mandible is behind, retruded, so they assume this forward position. This is based on the functional matrix theory. This is why I have been always insisting you to watch my servo system theory and functional matrix theory video, because then only you will get idea how these things work in ortho or how actually the myofunctional appliances work. So this is what happens. Now the condyles will grow, ramus will also grow, and thus the mandible will eventually come forward. They will eventually give up because of this appliance, and then the class 2 will become class 1. Coming to the appliance or design, there are upper and lower inclined planes, like I said, and they are retained by clasp. We know that clasp are for retention. So the appliance is only covering the lingual cusp of upper molar. Now you will tell me, why is that? Is it something related to the functional and non-functional clasp? Think over it. So these cover only the lingual cusp of upper molars, extending anterior till the mesial ridge of upper second molar, and then lower plate is retained by the ball clasp. Lower plate extends distally up to the distal marginal ridge of second premolars, and the lower molars are kept free. Again, you can get an MCQ on this, that the inclined plane angle is they are inclined at 45 degree. Now this is very important. A basic thumb rule of myofunctional appliance is that you need to remember that whenever we are taking mandible, there will be vertical opening, there will be a vertical gap created, because along with the forward growth of mandible, there will be downward growth of the mandible. So this is very important for you to remember. Okay, then we do the bite registration. That is, mandible is we construct this appliance after taking the bite registration. I have already made a video on construction bite. Do watch that. So that is how we create the appliance, by registering the bite first, asking the patient to take the mandible forward, and then constructing the appliance. So the mandible is advanced by 5 to 10 mm. The vertical bite will also open in the premolar region by 3 to 5 mm, but the bite registration is done in the stepwise advancement. So the treatment duration is about 16 to 18 months. There are active phase, support phase, and retention phase, but at least you should know. For now, you should know only the names of this treatment. You have been asking me that you get this question like LAQ on how will you treat an X patient with SNA angle this, SNB angle that. If he is a class 2, how will you treat it? So there are various treatment modalities you have to mention in that question. So one of them is twin block. Say if the patient is class 2 with deficiency of mandible, so you can elaborate about this twin block, and you will fetch very good marks. Thank you.